KUAM Sports Weekend Roundup is brought to you by Gatorade. Greatness starts with G.
Hafa Guam, and welcome to your sports show. I am your 671 sports nerd, Jason Salas, and joining me now in the KUAM Zoom room, representing 671 each and every day, but now in the 808, serving our country very, very nobly as a member of the Coast Guard and a victor, a champion. I mean, I covered him when he was winning with the Pepsi Warriors in the Miller Football League, and now, of course, a champion in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, San Nicolas. Jeremiah, good to see you, bro.
Hafa day, Jason. Good to see you too.
All right, dude, we're sending the island love all the way back to you. And you are actually, as I said, you're representing Guam and you're competing now. A lot of people remember you from your days as a lockdown cornerback, but you've also practiced MMA for quite a while now. So how did you get into that sport?
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I started Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu
there you go, BJJ, not MMA.
Yeah, in high school, junior year. One of my best friends introduced me to Jiu-Jitsu, and from there I fell in love with it. I only started training consistently after high school because of football, but that's how I started. So I have
well, it's a fantastic way to stay
safe. I think, yeah.
Yeah. Sure. Okay, now one thing I've always had such immense respect for the entire community who always gets into jiu-jitsu. It's not about, I mean, it is about the, the discipline, the philosophy, having, the body control, but also there's a teaching element where you're always passing down lessons to the ones coming up right after you and everything. So, so tell me about, how you've been able to take the lessons that have been passed to you and then share that with other people.
It's for some people it's difficult, but I feel like for me it comes natural because I love sharing, and I love sharing knowledge for one, and sharing knowledge and seeing people utilize that. It's a big reward in itself, so I just recently I wanted to switch over as a competitor to a coach and a professor, so I end up making that decision to open up my gym here in Hawaii.
Very nice. And where can people find you on social media if they want to go in and check you out?
Instagram at Maya at Concept Academy, or Facebook Jeremiah San Nicolas Concept Academy.
Very, very cool. Now, how has that transition been? Because a lot of people say, like they don't realize how difficult in any sport when it goes from being, a player and executing, like a game plan to actually being, going up the stack, as it were, and actually like, coming up with the game plans themselves. Has it been a natural transition for you, or what have been some of the challenges?
I wouldn't say natural. It is a challenge, and I'm currently going through that process right now, teaching and instructing at the same time while handling the Coast Guard. So it's definitely a learning process, and I think it's only something that you'd have to go through to figure it out.
Mm-hmm. How many Guamanians do you run into? Because I mean, Hawaii's got like a huge Guam community and everything like that. But do you feel like a special kinship with people from?
Oh yeah, definitely. I feel the support from back home. Like every tournament I do locally, like everybody would come up, like aunties and uncles talking to me in tomorrows because they see my Guam patch and stuff. And everybody in the community out here from Guam, I have a big support system out here from like teams all over the island. It's really good out here. It's really good.
Well, so now since you are running a gym and everything, what is your overall philosophy about, especially like young athletes getting into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, or maybe other athletes that are, like you said, you found it to be a phenomenal way to cross train and everything. You might get like a tennis player or a paddler or a basketball player that gets into BJJ just because it's such a phenomenal workout, and they find out they love the sport as much as you do.
One thing I would say is training, put time into training, whatever sport you're in, and believe in yourself, believe in your technique, believe in everything you do, and execute it. That's the only way. Train, believe, execute. That's my saying.
And this is absolutely consistent watching this, ladies and gentlemen, because when I was covering Maya when he was playing for the Pepsi Warriors, as I said, it's all about your reps. It's being in, playing situational ball, as they say. Not being freaked out because you've never been in a particular scenario before. It's just having familiarity, and experience really does count.
100%, and that comes with training and just being in the scene. Practicing, whether you're practicing or you're competing, just having those reps and having those times on the mat or whatever sport you're in, it comes with experience.
Mm-hmm. Now, one thing a lot of jiu-jitsu guys I know within the jiu-jitsu community, they talk about it, but maybe not so much, especially to those of us who have the pleasure of covering a sport, is talk to me about what you tell athletes under your program about what nutrition and diet, they should be adopting.
Oh man, nutrition and diets.
Because that's a big part of it, man.
Yeah, conditioning as well. So the way I see it is like nutrition is fuel for your body, and you need fuel to compete. And your conditioning only goes as far as your jiu-jitsu. So to fuel your conditioning, you have to eat. So you have to eat to fuel your conditioning, and your conditioning goes as far as your jiu-jitsu. That's the way I look at it, and it's helped me so far.
So what do you typically recommend? Do you recommend like obviously like a lot of protein? You want to like do you say you want to cut down on the carbs? Or you want to maybe like as you get closer to match day, you want to like carbo load, as they say? Or
honestly, I don't think I'm in a position to give any nutrition facts, but based off experience and like trial and error, I normally carb load before like tournaments, just for extra source of energy. But as far as nutrition goes, like it's basically like calorie deficit, whatever your goals you have, whether you're maintaining or cutting weight, it just really depends on also the type of body type you have and the training regimen you have. So it gets complicated. But I think if you stick to the fundamentals and basics, it's going to be easy for you.
There you go. Well, the right man for the right job. So everybody, if you are in the 808 and you want to learn from one of the very best, and trust me, like he comes from our little island and everything like that. So that means he's got character and he's got heart. So Jeremiah San Nicolas, and also, bro, thank you for your service, man. As a member of the U.S. Coast Guard, we really support it.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate the support.
All right, so check him out. Make sure to follow on Instagram and make sure to sign up for his class because you're gonna get a fantastic workout. You're gonna be competition ready, and you're also gonna learn how to eat really well. And you know what? Chicken calaguin is good when you get ready for a match.
Chicken calaguin, red rice. Don't forget the empanada.
All right, bro.
All right, laters.
KUAM Sports Weekend Roundup is brought to you by Gatorade. Greatness starts with G.